Hello, this is Jolly,
And this is Tony.
and this is Table Ready. Now, Tony, we didn't have you last week, so welcome back.
Thank you for having me back.
Yep.
I'm appreciative. But, it seems like somebody's always gone. People might not be able to tell right now, but as the game goes on, there's no voice in the background today.
I know, nobody shaming us or congratulating you this time for having fully painted miniatures, because all the miniatures tonight are Tony's.
Yeah.
Which we'll show them off here in a bit. But who are we missing?
We're missing our dear producer, Sean.
Yep. We do have Jade tonight. Without her, the setup would be a lot more difficult. But without Sean, we have just a lot less talking going on in the background.
No snark, no sass, at least not from there.
Well, we'll get sass from Jade, I'm sure. It just won't be as easily heard.
She's rubbing her face in disappointment right now. It's fine. It's fine.
But what we have this week is Marvel Crisis Protocol. It's a Marvel-themed game from Atomic Mass Games, correct? Mm-hmm. That's been out for a few years at this point.
Yep. It's entering either its 4th or 5th year.
Okay.
And yeah, the Atomic Mass Games has really, I think, knocked it out of the park with this one in regards to theme. This is a heavily cinematic skirmish game. Mm-hmm. What I mean by cinematic is it might not be the biggest competitive, itchy, scratchy, crunchy as some other war games are, but you're gonna have moments in this game where things just will be awesome as they're happening. You could have the Hulk actually pick up and throw a building at somebody else and it knocks them out, or there'll be some things going on tonight that will be pretty cool.
That we hope are pretty cinematic.
We hope. Knowing our dice rolls, nobody's going to die until the end of the game.
Yeah.
Well, they don't die in this game. I'm sorry.
They get knocked
are KO'd.
out. Well, I mean, even if they did die, it's a comic book game. They'll just come back next game.
The newest iteration.
Yep.
Yeah.
It'll just be next game, issue, episode, whatever we want to call it. Look who's back. Oh my, resurrected.
Yeah. So, because this is so close to the beginning, we're ever changing and evolving. So, Jolly, what have we changed with kind of how we're starting things up this week?
So, the last thing we changed is we started knowing how the game plays. At least all the basics of it and everything, so that way we could jump more right into the action. Then we found out that we were still doing this thing called setup a good 15, 20 minutes into the show. So we have everything set up also on the board. As far as the scenario goes, I'm going to let Tony explain that real quick.
Yep.
And then we're going to kind of just jump into things and show you the game as we play.
All right, so here's the bird's eye view of how this game works. I have my team of characters. Jolly. Yep.
Go ahead.
We're going to take the epoch and I'm going to show you. So here's the board. We have my team of characters, and they are all here. We'll show them off more individually a little bit later. I'm going to be playing with Asgard tonight, so a lot of those Asguardians. And then we have Jolly's team over here. He's going to be playing on the Avengers. Now, for thematic purposes, we've built these teams to just include Asgardians and Avengers. The neat thing about this is I can mix and match however I want to form a roster. So I could have the Red Skull and Captain America on a team with Venom and weird characters. So you can do this however you want. It's a mix and match, build your own team. So we each have our teams, and they're going to be fighting over 2 different types of objectives. They're going to be having these, which are called secures. Think of it as King of the Hill.
Okay.
The more people closest will be able to secure it and score a point. And then we have extracts, which for this game are going to be hammers. And so extracts, you pick it up and you take it with you. And these ones provide a bonus, which is do some extra damage. And if you're securing the canisters, then you'll get some extra power.
Okay. So each game of Marvel Crisis Protocol is a combination of securing
And extracting.
Extraction, correct?
That's 2 objectives.
Okay. So there's always 2 going on. Now, so we're kind of battling over 2 different things at once.
Over the whole map. So
Over
there's
the
4
entire map.
instances of each type of objective.
Okay.
Yep. On your turn, you choose 1 model to activate, and it will perform 2 actions. They could be a move, an attack, or a superpower. And we're going to go back and forth, much like Relic Blade or Warcry or any of those. It's alternating activations until everyone's gone and done something. And then we'll check the board state, and we'll move on to the next round. So last thing I'm going to point out is the cards. Can I see the epoch, please, sir?
Yes. There we go.
So these are the cards that show what the characters can do. I'm not going to show them up close because it's a lot of text and you don't want to read that. But we're going to be looking at these to know things like how hard are they going to hit, what size are they, what are their powers, and all that jazz. We're not going to get into the nitty-gritties because this isn't a tutorial, and I know you guys are itching for us to get some dice rolling on this table. So, in this game, like I said, we've got Asgard versus Avengers. Thematically, I'm thinking that Tony Stark and Steve Rogers had a falling out with Odin about some sort of prophecy coming around, and these hammers have fallen onto the earth, and these canisters that are glowing radiation and power have popped up, and both sides are vying for control. Avengers to protect the earth, and Asgard to protect Midgard, but they kind of got their wires crossed and are fighting each other in the process.
Mm-hmm. We're having a classic team versus team type of thing. Not Odin. Thor chose to go with the bad guys in this case. Mm-hmm. And Tony and Cap are staying with the good guys.
Yeah. So on my team, we have Loki, we have Thor and Loki, and then I have Valkyrie, and then on the other side of this tree, I have the Enchantress.
And over on my team, the Avengers, I have Captain Marvel. I have Steve Rogers, Captain America. I have Spider-Man, Iron Man, and clear back here, out of focus, but still important, is Black Widow. On the spot? Oh, nope. Jade's lying to me. There we go.
There we go.
It did work.
Yep.
All right, Jade's not lying to me.
All right, one quick question before we dive in. Jolly, why do you have 5 models and I only have 4?
Because points are a thing, Tony. And it's called threat levels.
Yep. So most of my characters are more threat levels on average than his, so I get to only put less on the table.
So imagine that. The Asguardians overall are a higher threat level.
Yep. So let's dive into things. In the first round, first phase is the power phase. Every character gets 1 power, which we spend to use to do different abilities, like attacks, or superpowers, or reactions, or things like that. Now, the Asgardians have a special trait, meaning they get 2 power during the power phase instead of 1.
Let's see. That's an all right setup for this. Just for default. We'll move it around some as we need, Tony, but I'm going to leave it right over here because I think we could see
You got a
everybody
good
from there.
view.
We got a good view until we get behind the building. Then once you pull a classic, hide your models behind the building, Tony, then we'll start moving around a little more.
Yeah, I have a feeling Black Widow's not going to be over in that spot for very long.
Don't you hurt her.
I'm not going to hurt her. You're going to move her is what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, we did a roll-off before stream, and Jolly won the initiative, so he gets to take the first activation.
All right. So, first act. Jade's laughing.
Very funny, apparently.
We got some chat going on?
Yeah.
Oh.
Tony's mom said you should have more women. We are the big three. I concur.
I've got 2 women on my side.
I've got 2. We
Yeah.
have a pretty good
But you got 3 men. Come on, Jolly.
I mean, one of them is Peter Parker, who everybody is his mom. So, we know that from the movie and from the memes that came from the movie.
Sure.
Uh-huh. So, therefore, he doesn't really count because he's still a kid.
What if you roll a dice?
What?
What if we roll a die
for
to-
a dice game?
All right.
All right, so let's see. Well, first I'm going to activate everybody's favorite son, Spider-Man.
So when you
Yes.
do movements,
It will be these for
the
movements.
movement tools, yep.
So let's see. Spider-Man's movement. So on the stat cards, it gives everything that you need, all the stats. And all the movements are going to be these templates right here. So there is small, medium, and large. And every character will move one of those, correct?
Yes, if they take a movement action, they get to move 1. And they can go up to that length, so
Up
they
to
don't
that.
have to go to the
But-
end.
But they do have to stop someplace along this, right? If
Yes,
they stop.
yes.
Okay. So Spider-Man is a movement of long. So we got the long movement here for Spider-Man. And what we're going to do with him is he has a special rule called Wall Crawler. So going up on buildings does not impact his movement. Because
Correct.
normally, if you don't have fly or wall crawler or some other ability, you can only move a short to move up or off of a building.
Yes, so he doesn't care. He's literally the wall crawler.
He is literally the one that this rule is named after.
Yep.
So he's going to move up to here. That's one part of the long. And his second action, he's going to do an interact.
So interact actually isn't an action.
It's not?
Nope. Interact is always free as long as you have the power to do so.
I have the power to do so, because it's right.
Well, go
It's
ahead and do it.
I'm going to use this power, the single one I have, to pick up this hammer. Which hammer is this? All these hammers have names, you know. Did you know which one is which? That's Null's hammer. I need to go get Null's hammer. I don't know any of the other ones. But this is now going on Peter Parker Spider-Man. He's got himself a good old Norse hammer that he's going to now hit stuff harder with here in a minute.
Yep.
He's got one more action. Nobody's close enough to do anything, so he can move again. He is just going to do a move, another long move, out to here.
Yep. The
be on the
special
edge.
rule for being on top of terrain this game is the model has to be completely on the terrain to stand there. If you can't do it, then you can't go on top.
So I'm going to put an activation marker on him, and that's it for Spider-Man. He's chilling on the edge of the building with a big old hammer.
Okay, I am going to activate Loki, God of Mischief, right back here. And one thing that I need to keep in mind with this game is he has the always ability called God of Mischief. While within range 4 of him, enemy characters must spend 1 power before using a reactive or active superpower.
Okay.
So he's going to have a bubble of danger around him that makes it more costly for you to do things.
Bubble of annoying. Okay.
So he's going to take a move. He's going to basically go and contest this spot over here.
Going to basically go and behind this building and force an immediate reposition of the epoch cam.
He's going to go here, and he's just going to threaten that area for
Tony, I
you.
think the improvement we do next week is we figure out how to set up terrain so that way you don't have giant buildings blocking every angle.
For a game like this, that's close to impossible.
I've actually got a great idea of where to set it up. So you moved Loki to right there, right?
Yes, I did.
Walk all the way around this way.
Are you going to come over there? Are you going to show the downtown view?
Downtown view, because from right there, we'll be able to see a lot of what's happening, including Spider-Man up on the rooftop and the edge of Loki's feet poking out, which is more than we saw before.
Yeah.
All right. So, you win.
Yes.
Right?
Loki took 2 move actions.
2 move actions. It's kind of the same as Spider-Man, but you didn't. Are you with incontestable?
I
range
did.
of
I
this?
made sure that I'm contesting this objective.
All right. So we're going to. Let's see. Who has what? Range 4 attack, range 4 attack. I'm going to activate Captain Marvel next. Right here. Just trying to. There we are. We can kind of see her. And she's going to do a movement. She has move medium. So what I'm going to do with her is she's going to move straight this way to be right there. And I'm going to see, I don't think she's within range 4, which means
Looks like you're just out of range.
I am just out of range. That's sad. So then what I'm going to do is...
I also believe you can't overlap the secure objectives.
Oh, you can't overlap them?
So you just move a little bit to the right or left.
Okay. Well, I'll be back there because what I'm going to do then is second move and we can pre-measure, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You can pre-measure, but you can't have more than 1 of each type of tool on the board.
Okay. So I can't use 2 5s to measure something.
Correct.
We're going to move to over here with the second action. Spend her 1 power to pick up Null's hammer. I told you I was going to get it. So now I have
fair.
2 people with hammers.
Okay.
Who's more Asgardian now?
Probably you. We'll see. We're going to go with the Enchantress.
Okay.
An Enchantress, I don't believe is going to make it to pick up that hammer, unfortunately. But we're going to go and try.
medium? She might. She should be able to. It should be the same
go
distance.
there.
You can't overlap that, right? Or is that just when you end?
It's just when I end.
Yeah, you got plenty of
Yep.
movement.
I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to stop just in interactable range. Woo. that didn't fall. Nobody saw that.
No
And
one
then
saw that.
going to spend 1 power to have the Enchantress pick up that hammer.
Okay. All right.
And
so
then-
I'm next. I should put one of these activation tokens on Captain Marvel.
Yes, you should.
All right. Next thing I'm going to do is I want to get something happening here. See if maybe we could go and do some damage before turn 4. How many turns do we go? 4?
6.
6? 6 turns before turn 4. I stand by this. I was only going to change it if we had less than 4
Sure.
turns. Black Widow's going to go next. She has a movement of long. So she is pretty quick also. I'm going to run her out this way to be within contesting range of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we are going to do a, let's see, it's 2 for her better attack, but I don't think I'm within 2. There's no way that's within 2. Nope. So I'm going to do her pistol. Maybe. Range 3. Definitely got that within range 3.
Yes.
So I'm going to shoot you with a pistol.
Okay, so what type of attack is your pistol? Physical?
It is physical. So in this game, there are 3 types of attacks and defense. There's physical, energy, and psychic, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what they are? So and each character has a defense value against each type of attack. So this is a physical attack. I'm shooting a physical bullet at you. And I have 4 dice that I roll for this, because that's the strength of the attack. So what we were looking for is these hits right here. I would have liked some crits, but I didn't get any, so I got 2 hits and nothing else because the other ones were blank.
Okay. Amora, or the Enchantress's physical defense is 2.
Okay.
So I roll 2 dice, and I'm looking for shields, wilds, or crits.
Shields, wilds, or crits.
I got none of the above, so I take 2 damage,
2 damage.
and I gain 2 power.
All right. Any power, so I don't get any from that. It's just a secondary attack I have. Uh-oh, what's
we
up?
might hold on.
What?
Sorry, this is the first time I'm playing with the Enchantress.
Okay,
And
okay.
she's got a special ability, Enchanting. When an enemy character targets this character with an attack, I may use my psychic defense regardless of the attack's type unless the attacking character pays 2 power.
I don't have 2 powers.
So
how
I
many-
just need to roll 3 more dice here because
Oh, you get
mine is
5?
5 on psychic.
Ooh, okay.
So
Never mind. You might not
be,
take any
might
damage.
be mitigating some damage here.
I would say you probably are,
I was wondering why I was so squishy.
because you're enchanting. Nope,
No,
you're still taking
still
it.
take it off.
Ha! That's what you get for trying to cheat,
All right.
Tony.
So I still get 2 power and still take 2 damage.
Look at all that power you're getting, Tony. It's great.
Yeah.
So that is her go. She is now contesting this serum over here. And she shot Enchantress and didn't care. Your go.
My go?
Your go.
Okay, let's see. You have Captain America and Tony Stark left to
Yep.
go.
Cap and Iron Man.
I think I'm going to activate Thor at this point.
Will you move the
Where would you like the epoch moved?
like that corner, like looking out?
Okay. Now, how about we just, here, let me see it, Tony. Epoch Cap. So who are you going with?
Thor.
Thor? Do your things with Thor.
Okay, so, Need to be in range 2 if I want to do what's called my builder attack, meaning something that'll give me power. So, can't quite get there. So he does a medium move.
All right.
So he is going to, he's going to move up first.
Bum, bum, ba-dum. So he's moving next to the serum.
Yep, definitely contesting that serum. And I think I'm going to do a simple hammer throw, which is
Simple hammer throw?
range 5.
There is nothing that sounds simple about throwing a hammer like that.
It takes 1 power,
Okay.
and I'm gonna be rolling 5 dice against you.
All right.
And then after this attack is resolved, You gain the shock special condition.
All right, you're gonna have to remind me of what that is here in a second.
I'm gonna have to remind myself what that is here in a second. I've played this game quite a lot, but it's been about over a year since my last game was
But
played.
it's been quite a lot of time since last game. All right, so you get 5 dice.
And
that
that is
looks
5 hits.
Painful. Okay, so I'm definitely getting this. So I have, and this is physical.
This is a physical attack.
So I got 3 defense dice against a physical attack. Let me see. Is there anything else that I have? Energy absorption, immunity to incinerate, poison. So no. If I was defending against an energy attack, things could be a lot better. All right. So defense dice against this hammer. I have got 1 shield, 1 crit. A crit's a reroll, right? Another roll?
Crit is add a die to the
Add
roll.
a die. Okay.
But only on the first time you crit.
Only on the first time. So I've got 2 saves so far.
And a wild counts as anything.
Wild counts as 8. So I got 3 saves.
You take 2 damage.
So I take 2 damage. I gain 2 power, correct?
Mm-hmm. And now you are shocked. And what shock means is you remove 1 die from your attack rolls.
For how long?
Until you take a recover action to get rid
Oh, okay.
of the status.
So I take a recover action. All right. That's mean. I guess it makes sense for Mjolnir to do that.
Yep. And I'd suggest putting it next to her character so you
that
can
way
more easily see.
remember those, because they are
Important.
stats, not stats.
Statuses.
Conditions.
Conditions.
Statuses.
And that would be Thor's activation.
All right. So you'll have 1 more to activate. Valkyrie right over
Yes.
there, right?
And you got 2 more.
I've got 2 more. All right. So let's go ahead and activate Mr. Steven Rogers right here. And I'm going to start with him moving. I think he's the first one I'm moving that's not... Well, no, because I had somebody that only moved medium, so he only moves medium also. He is going to move up here, and he'll have to do a movement kind of off to the side like that. I think I'm just going to have him contest this. Because I don't think... I might be within range for something. Let's see.
It's first round. It's going to be difficult to attack.
Shield range
No.
4. Just
Because if
outside.
you remember, Captain
Yep.
Marvel had a range 4 after moving up. You couldn't quite do it.
I know, but I wanted to check. Maybe I was more straight on.
Maybe,
I
yeah.
don't know. So let's see. So Steve Rogers. That was shield throw, strike, shield slam, all too short. Bodyguard is just when somebody else is within 2, which she's not. Boom, boom. So
since Cap has that very fun bodyguard, you might want to take your second movement to put him within bodyguard of Captain
that's
Marvel.
true, because it just happens, right? No, it costs 2 power.
Which it'll cost 1 more being inside Loki's bubble, but it might be necessary to keep Marvel up there.
Well, let's see. Loki's bubble is a 4, right?
Mm-hmm. Which you will need to get in.
No, maybe not. If I take second move action to go to right here, I'm outside the bubble and I'm inside the 2.
Well, there you go.
Boom.
So now I just need to inch Loki up.
All right, so that's Cap's go. He's moving up there. He's going to contest this serum.
He's
and
the strategist.
Going to be 2 of her to bodyguard her with his shield.
Now, talking about powers, each team has a leader.
Mm-hmm.
Yours is Captain America, mine is Thor. Each leader grants everyone in your team a special ability. Why don't you go ahead and read what Captain America's...
Cap's special ability will basically reduce the cost of the first superpower that character uses each turn.
Which is nice.
Which is nice. I haven't had the opportunity to use it yet, but a superpower is with the lightning bolts, right?
His leadership power is the star.
No, I mean...
A superpower
is the lightning bolts, right?
Or the 4 directional arrows.
Okay, yeah. So in this case, I have 1 power on him, and it's... So basically, if I bodyguard with him for the first time in the turn, during one of your turns, it only costs me 1, right?
Yes, it costs 2 normally.
Yep, costs 2 normally.
So it will cost 1.
Okay, yeah. So that's another good reason why I wanted to move him within 2, I guess. Is because I can use it at the moment if I need to.
And then if you're in the Loki bubble, it would effectively negate the Loki bubble for the first time. All right. Blabber jabber, we're moving on. Okay. Valkyrie's turn. Valkyrie is going to take the first movement to just go up as far as she's able to this way. Nab this hammer for a power.
That hammer. So now you got 2 hammers too.
I've got 2
Technically-
hammers as well.
Technically, you have 3 because you got Mjolnir. It just doesn't count for anything
Yeah.
awesome.
Gosh, wish I had more hammers. And we're gonna come over and don't think I can get her. Maybe I can also get her within that serum.
So that way you super have it. Oh no, everybody gets like something
So,
special,
yeah,
right?
people get power.
Yeah, I think
Yep.
you got
so
it.
we're gonna slink her right in there.
All right. So then I have one more person to go. Because are you doing anything else with her? I guess.
I am reviewing what she even does, so I don't think so.
She's got 2 swords.
She's
cuts
got no reactive powers, and I've used both of her actions to move, so she can't do anything.
Okay. So then we have Iron Man right over here, who's going to go. I'm going to have him move. He moves a medium, so he isn't the fastest person on the block. But he's going to do first move to here. And now the question is, does he have something that has a range 5? He does. He has homing rockets. So let's see if I'm within range 5. It looks like I am.
Yep.
Yep. So I'm going to do some homing rockets. I'm going to be outside of contesting the serum, but I want to try to do more to Enchantress.
Putting damage as a priority.
Yep.
Powering up Amora.
I'm just helping her out, that's
Yeah.
all. So, homing rockets. This attack ignores line of sight. Okay. Defending character does not benefit from power. If I get a wild dice, it's explosive. So other
Let's
enemy characters.
roll and go from there. And this is
it'll be-
physical.
It'll be physical, 5 dice.
If you pay 2 extra power, I won't roll my 5. Okay.
Oh, wait. No, because that's not anything that my leader. Yeah, I only have 1, so I can't do it. So you'll get your 5. I have
1 crit, so
one
roll another
crit,
die.
so 1 extra die. 1 extra die still.
It did the plinko.
Blinko. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So just 1 hit. I think
One
you
hit.
might be good against this one. Unless you roll like last time.
Nope, there we
Nope.
go. 1 wild negates 1 hit.
1 wild negates 1 hit. So Tony effectively has done nothing, which is similar to a bunch of his career.
Clarification, Tony Stark has done effectively nothing, even though that might be true for myself.
I'm just saying. I'm generalizing. All Tonys have essentially.
How much ever you read into it is up to you.
I didn't read into it like that. I was talking about Tony Stark, but you must be feeling some sort of shame or regret to include yourself with that statement, Tony.
All right, so moving on. That is the end of the, what's it called? The activation phase. So we are at the cleanup phase. Now, both of these objectives score during the cleanup phase. So let's see here. The hammers. Players score 1 victory point for each celestial hammer held by character they control during the cleanup phase.
There we go.
You
Look at
have
that.
2 hammers,
I've got 2 hammers.
and I've got 2 hammers. So that's,
Look at that. We're tied.
and now we do the second one. How do you score with that one?
Scoring. Players score 1 victory point for each serum canister they are securing. So,
Okay, so you are securing that one,
and this
and
one.
this one.
So I get 2.
and I am securing this one, but not that one.
Not that one. So you go up to 3. So far, Avengers are in the lead over the Asguardians by 1, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
And anything else on the cleanup phase? Scanning.
Will you use the epoch to highlight the this and that you were referring to earlier? Like which like the serums and the hammers?
Oh, yeah. Well, the serums are
the King of the Hills.
the King of the Hills, the ones that we were getting within 2 inches of.
So the hammers are now all off the board and on characters.
Yep, and the hammers are not being carried around. So the serums are those booze bottles, because that is what
They're
Tony
pretty nice.
Stark considers serum.
It's
If we're going,
thematically, it's the Infinity Formula.
there we go. That works too.
Let's point out who are hammer bearers right now. We've
Okay.
got Captain Marvel,
Captain Marvel.
Black Widow, no,
Nope.
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man.
and then I have got the Enchantress, who's over there.
No. The Enchantress is right here. Oh no, the Enchantress is over there. See, Tony knows things.
Yes, the Enchantress over there, and Brunhild, otherwise known as Valkyrie.
Valkyrie, right there.
Those are the hammer bearers currently.
Okay, so those are the bearers of the hammers. Now, how does turn order work for a second turn?
Okay, so if the player who activated the last character has the priority token, they pass it to their opponent.
We're not using priority tokens, so I don't have to pass it. Spectacular.
So I think essentially that means that I go first.
Oh, fine. That works too.
During-
It would be, because I would have had priority token because I went first. I activated the last character because I was outnumbering you, so I pass it. So basically, it's whoever activates the last character will get to activate first next turn, correct?
Second, if you have, if you have it and you activate last, you pass it on.
I pass it on. So it's whoever activates the last character
It's a little funky.
goes, okay. All right, so now
Take off your activations.
during setup, we have, what's setup? Is setup?
We've already done setup.
We already
so
done, oh, it's during the power phase.
we're on
okay.
the power phase now. So everyone gets 1 power. Mine all get 2. And then, special, everyone who is, let's see, that would be on yours. During the power phase, characters contesting a serum canister gain 1 power.
So I've got Widow and Steve Rogers gains an additional power, but nobody else for me. And you've got 3 of yours gaining an extra power, right?
Yep.
Things are going to get hot and heavy here in a second.
Things are going down. So, it is my turn.
It is your turn.
I am checking a card here that I might want to use right off the bat.
Oh, man. Look at Tony cheating. By the way, both of us have 5 of these tactics cards, which are one-time use cards that we can use to give some sort of boost or something there in the game, and that's what Tony's looking over at the moment. Measuring, that's never good for me. Uh-oh.
Okay, so we're going to activate, let's see. We're going to activate Loki. And
Okay.
I'm going to start off by playing a card. This doesn't count as one of my actions unless it says so. If Thor, Prince of Asgard, is within range 2 of an allied Loki,
Okay.
both characters may pay 1 to play this card.
Okay.
Throw the allied Loki, medium. He does not suffer collision damage. Enemy characters that he collides with roll 2 fewer dodge dice and suffer the staggered special condition.
Oh, so he throws Loki at someone?
He's going to throw Loki at someone. So this card is called Sibling Rivalry.
Uh-huh.
So I've used it. It's now flipped over. And I'm going to throw Loki.
So that way he...
Yeah.
Now is it the first thing that it hits? Would he hit
Well,
that
I'll angle it so he goes.
Oh, you can angle the throws like that?
Yeah. Well, you can't angle it like this, but if I changed it to that way a little bit,
Oh, I
would
see
be...
what you're saying. So you don't have to throw in you have to throw in straight.
You have to throw
but
straight.
that can be any direction you want.
Yes.
Okay.
So he's going to go, and he will collide with Captain Marvel. So Loki is size
2, right?
2, and you roll 2 fewer dodge dice.
Okay. So let me see something here. This isn't considered an attack,
This
right?
is not an attack.
Okay. So so it's physical. So normally I would get 3 dice against physical. I am reduced to 1 because nobody expects the surprise Loki throw. So, nope, nothing.
Okay, so you take 2.
It's 2 damage, right?
You get 2 power,
2 damage. I get 2 power.
and you are now staggered.
What does that one do?
Stagger, when the character activates, its first action must be a shake, and the shake must remove the stagger special condition.
Okay. So I'm staggered and stunned, and I have to remove it. Okay.
Okay, that was not one of Loki's actions. That was a card.
Okay.
So now Loki gets to do things. How much health does Captain Marvel have?
I've got a total of 6, and I've got 4 damage on me, so I've got 2 health left before I am dazed.
Okay.
Now, dazed won't put my character out of the game, but it will make it so I can't use her for the rest of this turn. if I
That
haven't
is
already
correct. That is correct. I am going to strike Captain Marvel.
used her. Okay.
So 5 dice. It is a physical.
Okay. Hold on. When another allied character within 2 is targeted by an attack, I can use Bodyguard. I'm going to use Bodyguard. Would normally cost 2, cost 1 because first superpower for Cap, cost 2 because of Loki.
Yes.
So I'm spending 2 power to use Bodyguard, so the attack will go against Cap instead.
Okay. I'm going to just kind of see how this goes, I think.
See.
'Cause I might get more power from this attack. That is 4 hits.
4 hits. All right, so Cap has a physical defense of 4. He has Vibranium Shield, which costs more to use, which I don't have the power to use it, so he's just doing his 4. So I have 1, 2, 2. So I take 2. On
Take
Cap.
2, and then so you take 2 and gain 2 power. And Loki says after this attack is resolved, I gain power equal to the damage dealt. So I gain 2 more power.
Okay.
Will you adjust the exposure on the dice cam real quick?
We're adjusting some things as requested by producer Jade. Just 1 second.
There we go.
Ooh, looks like that's much more readable. Okay.
All right.
So that was action number 1.
Action number 1. So you got a second action.
Yes, I've got a second action, and let's see what I want to do. I think. I think I'm going to
Pass.
use a Frost Blast.
Okay.
So this is a Beam 3 attack.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to go and it's going to hit both.
Okay.
It is 4 dice. And if this attack deals damage after attack is resolved, the target character gains a slow. So first, we're going against Captain Marvel.
Okay. So let me see. When this character is defending against an energy attack, it's energy,
Yes,
right?
this is an energy attack.
Okay. So it'll happen during my defense roll. Things will happen.
Okay. 2 hits and 2
Oof.
crits, meaning I roll 2 extra dice.
Yep.
So just 4.
4 hits. All right. So I have 4 energy. When rolling against an energy attack for each wild dice in the defense roll, they may change one of the attackers. Oh, I could change one of your things to a blank result instead.
Okay. So I will get those set up here.
And
so
I
we can
gain 1 power for each die change this way. Okay, so wilds change things.
Wilds, you kind of absorb it. Ooh, that's pretty good. So 2 wilds.
So 2 wilds.
So you're going to absorb 2.
absorb 2. But is there any way I can impact these?
Don't believe so.
Don't believe so? Oh, that's going to be a shame, I think.
Wait, so read me the text again.
No, for that text, it doesn't change it. I was just wondering if there's any other way to
'Cause
spend power.
You
to do
changed
stuff.
2 to blanks, right?
Yes.
So if you change 2 to blanks and
I
you
s-
have 2 wilds showing,
Oh, those count as
those
count as saves, right?
Let's make sure that's what
Says
that
for
means.
each wild in the defense roll, they may change one of the attacker's crits, wild dice, or hits to a blank result. And then I gain 1 power for each die change this way.
Yeah, so that really swung in your favor because
Okay.
you changed 2 to blanks.
And change, and then I
Gain 2
block the other
powers,
2.
and you blank the
and I
other 2.
gain 2. Okay, cool. That's what I was looking for. So then, no damage taken and gain 2 power.
Yes.
Nice.
And now Captain America.
Now Captain America.
Ah. 1 hit.
That is much better than those 4 hits I saw last time. All right, so Captain America's energy is 4 defense dice, and we saved
None.
nothing. So I take 1 damage and gain 1 power on him.
And you are now slowed,
He's slowed.
which means you can only use the short movement template.
Okay, that's fine.
That is Loki's turn.
All right, so my go then. I feel like I need to activate Carol while she can do stuff. So Miss Danvers is going to be activated.
Her first action must be to shake the stagger.
So there's one of her actions. So I have a second one then. I'll roll 1 less attack die because of this, because I don't have another
Yes.
action to really spend on recovery. Let me see. Yeah, we're just going to go with Rocket Punch. So it's going to be 3 energy for Rocket Punch, which I've got plenty of.
What's the range on Rocket Punch?
3.
3?
Yeah, plenty of range.
Yep. So I have an ability where I could have moved called Trickster when you target me with attack, but I don't think that movement would put me outside of that range.
Okay. So it's going to be Rocket Punch. It's energy 7 dice, but it'll be 6 because I'm 1 less because of
your shock.
shock. I
condition.
couldn't remember what it's called. Okay.
It's shocking.
So 6 dice. I don't think the stagger matters much because you've already activated, right? No, it'll carry over. The stagger would carry over to next turn, correct?
Conditions
So-
stay on the board.
So any wilds I roll, the target gains stagger special condition.
Okay.
All right.
You're doing this against who?
Loki.
Loki.
Yep. So I've got
One hit, one crit.
a hit, and nothing. Look at all those shields from that.
Okay.
So 2
Loki
hits.
is going to use his reactive ability, I am a god. Before rolling defense or attack dice, I can use this and I will add blanks to total successes.
Okay. Wow. How much does that cost?
2.
2? All right.
And that was, Rocket Punch was physical.
Rocket Punch is energy.
Energy? All right, so 3 dice. Blanks are now successes.
So I need you to roll skulls. No.
That is 3 plus successes. That is 4 successes.
Okay. Yep, you got it because I only had 2 hits.
So,
All right. Then that's it for Carol.
and I say no thank you.
So she is activated. Your go.
My go. I am going to, I believe, activate Valkyrie. See kind of where things are here. Need to get within 2 of people to do things.
So you could probably, I don't know. What's her movement? Medium?
Medium. It's debatable whether that could happen. So, we're going to go for it anyways, because I know I need to move at least. So go there. And I am apologizing for my shaky hands.
2?
Yes. No.
Nope.
That is fine. Let's see here. I'm going to... I'm going to spend 2
Okay.
to do charge.
Some power. Charge.
I make a move action followed by an attack action,
Okay. So do you want to move up to Cap?
basically. So I want to move up to Cap, and I want to be contesting it on the opposite side here.
With a medium?
Yeah, I can basically go wherever I want, it looks like.
Okay.
So we'll go over here. I contest this objective.
Cool.
And then we're going to strike into good old Cap.
Okay.
And this is just going to be a regular strike. There,
Just a normal strike from an
as opposed to
Asgardian.
my pay attack, which I don't have enough. I'm
Okay.
hoping to get enough. 5 dice. Coming in.
All right. No.
1 hit.
1 hit. All right.
from the wild.
So I trust I'll get 1 save. I'm not going to spend energy for a vibranium shield. Watch me whiff, Tony. So I need 1 save. Yeah, there we go. That's the whiff I was expecting.
You whiffed it. So you take 1 damage.
1 damage. So I'm up to 4 out of 5.
Gain 1
and
power.
Gain a power.
I also gained a power because I did a damage from that special effect. Oh, hold on. I'm carrying a hammer. I think I needed to roll 1 more die.
Wait a minute. You rolling 1 more die? Okay. All right. Well,
I missed it. We won't be cheating.
all right. I'm just saying.
I missed
The
the
only
trigger.
thing was I probably would have switched
Yep.
using power, but
Oh, well.
if it makes you feel better, I forgot about the hammer on Carol.
Oh,
So
there we go.
I realized.
We both whiffed once.
Yep. All right. Is that it then? Because that's both your
That
actions.
is correct, sir.
That was.
And I threw it all the
fantastic.
way across the room.
The floor is activated. All right. So
We got a big cluster going
man,
on
I
over
keep
here.
on wanting to go over to that side, but everybody over here is so beat up. Like Thor could take out Cap here in a second, so I feel like I gotta go with Cap. What's this that I have on me? What does this one mean?
Slow. You have to
Oh,
move short.
If I move.
Yes, if you move.
I don't think I'm gonna move. I think I'm going to shield slam. So I'm gonna spend 2 to shield slam. Now it's an attack, so Loki's trickster thing doesn't impact it.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend 2 power, which I don't think we've shown the power yet. Those are our power tokens. So he will shield slam her, which is a range of 2. So the ranges in this game, even the short range attacks, have quite a bit of distance to them compared to a normal skirmish game.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is, like I said, we're having a little bit of a showdown here between these two. Cap's pretty beat up, but he becomes better, a little bit better defensively once he's dazed. So that's not the worst thing in the world. But I want to get an activation in this turn with him, because otherwise if you daze him, I'll lose him this turn.
Exactly.
Basically. And the ability to do anything. So it's 2 power, which I've already paid. It's 6 dice. He doesn't have a hammer, so no additional dice, because I'm going to try to remember that from now on. And after the attack, I'll get to throw you short distance. So I have 1, 2, 3 hits. So 2 wilds and a hit, so 3 hits.
Against Valkyrie?
Yep, and it's physical.
Okay. That would be 3 dice. Okay, 3 dice. 1 block, so I take 2.
So 2 damage, and 1 power, and a throw. Does a throw have to be away?
Did you say 1 power?
I said 2 power, right?
You said 1.
Did I say?
Yep, there we go. 2
Okay.
2 power.
Yeah, 2 damage, 2 power. No, just 1
Thought you
power
may have
throw.
had a special effect.
Nope.
Okay.
And the throw could be any direction from the character, right?
Does it
As
say
long as
away
it's-
or towards?
It doesn't. It just says maybe thrown short.
Okay.
So,
So
it
you
could be
can
any direction, right?
Yes, so you can definitely throw me like back into that trash can.
Oh, well, I still be within 2. That's the big thing I want. I still want to be within 2. Do you stop when you hit the trash can?
Yes.
Yes. Then I'll be able to do that. So the way throwing a character works is they'll throw them a movement distance, and it would be from the character being thrown. So I'm not throwing from Captain America. I'm throwing from her. I want to toss her straight back into that trash can, which will move her straight back
Rotate. Yep.
that
there we go.
way.
She will take 1 damage.
Because she hit an object, and the object's destroyed, right?
What
she's-
size is the object?
The
2?
object is size 2, which is her size, right? Or is it just smaller?
I don't remember if it's smaller or not.
Oh, well, I'll tell
So
you what, Tony.
give me
You
a
look that up
second
because
to-
it's not going to impact the next thing. Next thing, I'm still within 2, so I'm going to do another shield slam on her. He's stepping off camera to look up rules. He's very shy when he looks up rules. All right, so I'm going to do another shield slam on her.
Only if it's smaller.
Only
so
if it's small.
not
So
destroyed.
it's still there. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to do another shield slam on you because you're still just within 2.
Yep.
Yep. Which otherwise I would have probably thrown you into that tree.
Yep.
Which that tree is a size 1, right?
That tree is a size 1.
Maybe I'll throw you into that just to destroy something.
Just get some off the board.
All right,
Oh, don't
so-
worry. Train's going to start flying.
So shield slam here, same thing, 6 dice. We have
That's much better.
1, 2, 3, 4. Another roll. So 4 damage.
4 damage, eh? A total of 6. And I've taken 3 already.
And you're getting thrown again.
I am going to play Odin's Blessing.
Ooh, what does Odin's Blessing do?
So basically, I may spend 3 power and... Okay, so I have to see how much I'm damaged
Okay.
first. So I have to roll my dice first. Physical?
Physical.
Okay, so I would be damaged 4.
Would be damaged 4.
So I play Odin's Blessing, I spend 3 power, and I reduce the damage to 1.
2-1. Okay. And then I chuck you at something, which I'm gonna throw you over at this tree.
Okay, and I will take an automatic 1 more
So
damage.
clunk. Now the tree is, because this tree we agreed before the game is size 1.
Yes.
So it is removed because it is smaller than she is, even though it looks
What's up,
taller.
Jade?
It should say the size on the bottom of the tree.
So that's not specific NCP.
Yep. We're using third
We
party.
established this beforehand.
But yeah, we
uh,
just established it beforehand. So you're up to 5 damage.
I'm at 5 damage.
Did you take your power from taking damage?
Yes.
Okay.
It's all resolved.
And that's Cap. Cap did 2 shield throws, which, by the way, I need to spend that power, so I'm down to 1 power on Cap. And this stays or this goes away?
That you didn't shake it.
Okay, so they stay until you shake them, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna go with everybody over here is activated, right?
Yes.
On your side,
On
so
my side.
Thor is not. But we got Enchantress being ganged up
Yeah, I've
on
got
over
3
there.
people over here.
Locate the epoch.
Yep, we will here in a minute after he decides where.
Well, we're gonna activate Enchantress.
Enchantress?
Yes.
So right over there, we have Enchantress activating. Oh, I see, because there's no big rush in activating Thor if everything activated over here.
Exactly.
All right, all right, all right.
We're gonna.
Run away.
We'll see if
I'm pretty sure Enchantress does that a lot in the comics.
She does. She does like to run. She is not entirely fast, and she's got 2 long movers coming after her. So I'm going to try to do something here. She's got a beam 3 attack.
Oh.
So I'm going to go over to the side to measure. So if I can line it up, which I believe I can go over here, do a beam 3 attack,
And try to hit both of them?
and try to hit both of them.
All right.
Which if I do it to go here to try and contest this, which I can move about pretty much freely to get all the way up to there. I won't be able to hit the Black Widow. So,
So do you want to contest or do you want to hit? You know what my vote would be, Tony.
it'd be to hit.
Yeah.
Ugh, okay,
Come on, Tony.
we're gonna move up. I'm gonna stare you down in the face here.
And beam.
Beam 3 to hit both of you there. Ah. So this attack is called Spurned Affection. Is beam 3, 5 dice.
That is a weird attack. Spurned affection.
She plays with your emotions.
I'm feeling it already.
So after this attack is resolved, I'll gain 1 power, and I might be sapping power.
Okay.
You will lose 1 damage for each wild roll in the attack, and I will gain that much power.
I'll lose 1 power, not 1 damage.
1 power.
Okay. I was about to say, that sounds great. Roll lots of wild dice. Heal me.
Starting with Black Widow. That is 2.
2.
No wilds, so no sapping.
2. So Black Widow is normally, it's energy, right?
This is energy.
So
Correct.
it's normally 2, but she has martial artist. So when this character is defending against a physical or energy attack, targeted from within 2, which Enchantress is, this character adds blanks to his defense roll. Adds blanks to his successes. So 2 saves.
There you go.
All right.
And then now versus Tony
Iron Man.
Stark.
Tony
which
Stark.
in the comics, Tony and Amora have a weird relationship.
Tony has real relationships with a lot of people in the comics.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be, gosh.
1 hit?
1 hit, no sapping power.
1 hit.
Which I was really hoping to sap some power from both of them.
Invincible Iron Man. When this character would suffer, it could reduce the amount of suffered by 1 to a minimum of 1. So this can't get rid of. That can't get rid of the 1, but I can roll a defense. I got 3 for energy. Nope. So I take 1. Gain 1 damage. Gain 1 power. All right. So that was a
And
move and an attack, right?
That was a move and an attack.
All right.
Wasn't what I hoped to happen. So, yeah.
So I don't have anything else to do over on Thor's side of the board, so I can't.
You got the
impact
gang
Thor.
up over there.
I've got everything over here, though. So what I'm going to do, we're going to start off simple with. Is there a disengage thing you have to do?
You can freely move in this game.
Okay. I'm going to start off of her attacking Enchantress with. We could do mixed technique, but I don't have the extra for. Because I got 3 on her, so mixed technique, you're going to get the damage anyway. No, we'll just do her normal strike, which is energy, which means you'll get to use your 5 defense dice against it.
Okay.
But it is free to use. It's going to be 4 dice. And wild dice, you'll lose 1 power. Widow Sting. After the stack is resolved, the target character loses 1 power. So,
Gotcha.
And it looks, yeah, it's for wild dice. 4, not 5. Let me do that.
1 crit.
So 1 crit,
So 2 hits.
2 hits. No wild.
1 crit. All right, so I take 1 damage.
1 damage.
Which I have 6 health total.
6 health total, and she's up to 3?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's see. Then we're going to have Widow move. Because I want to get her over to this one to contest this. So she's going to move over to here to be within one of that one instead. And that's her activation.
Okay, that leaves me with Thor, Prince of Asgard.
Prince of Asgard. We're going to have our first days of the game.
I am certainly hoping.
I believe in your dice, Tony, even though you shouldn't. You say you're going to throw something. Is that going to happen?
But not necessarily this round.
What?
Okay. So we're going to do some hammer throwing. Maybe. I think I'm going to actually.
You know you want a hammer throw. There's no penalty for throwing through another character, right? Like if...
I'm going to actually play for Asgard.
What?
I'm going to make a move action followed by a strike action.
Okay.
So that's all of my power.
All of your power into this move and strike.
So I'm going to just kind of join us over here.
Okay.
And then we're going to strike into Captain Marvel. It's
Yep.
going to be 6 dice, physical.
6 dice physical. Oof. I need lots of blanks, Tony. Lots and lots of blanks. That's
2 hits.
possibly okay. All right, I've got 3 dice. 3 dice. I don't think there's anything else. Nope. So, come on, dice. Oh, only 1.
So block 1, take 1.
Block 1, take 1, which puts her at 5, so she's still okay.
And we're going to follow that up
All right,
with another strike.
with another strike. Not looking good for Miss Danvers.
And I gain 1 power because I dealt 1 damage.
Oh boy. Oh,
Okay,
that's-
so fun things are going to happen. I've got wilds here, which
I-
activates a throw. Before damage is dealt,
Oh, before damage.
if you're size 4 or less, I'm going to throw you away short. But,
Yeah.
but we're going to see what kind of damage goes through. So you're going up against 4.
Before damage is dealt. Right? Oh no, so I still
need to
roll the
defend.
defense. Okay, so she's going to end up dazed regardless because she's only got 3 defense dice.
Well, you could crit.
I could.
Not
Nope.
likely. Okay, so I do how much damage to you? 3, right?
You did 3.
Okay, so I'm going to take, I believe you only had 1 health, so I can only do 1.
Yep.
So I gain 1. And then I'm going to, before damage is dealt to you, you're going to be thrown away short, which I'm going to take her,
Throw her in the cap.
and I'm going to chuck her straight into Cap.
Straight into
Kaboom.
cap. So cap gets dodge.
And Marvel's already
Yep,
dazed.
she's going to be dazed. So cap is dodging. Cap dodges. Correct? 'Cause it's
her
just
size.
Her size. So maybe not. Well, it'd be 2 damage. I dodge 1 of the damage, or I dodge the whole thing.
You dodge 1 of the damage.
Okay. Yep.
So you dodge 1, take 1.
Dodge 1, take 1, which dazes him too. All right.
All right,
Now,
so-
so what happens when things get dazed?
Nothing yet. You still gain whatever power you need, but
Power.
you have a hammer
Power.
right there.
Mm-hmm.
The hammer is going to be dropped.
Do I drop it?
I believe I drop it.
Okay.
I will check that real quick because that might matter.
Okay. But they're dazed. Are there daze things that we put on?
You will. There is a daze token.
So, and all of my status effects go away from being dazed?
Not yet.
Not yet.
That's all in the cleanup stuff.
All in the cleanup.
We'll just note for now that they're dazed.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to look.
So, dazed, hammer's going to get dropped. So far, Thor is making some work of these two. And hammer will get dropped. We know that much. All right. So, while Tony's looking that up, all characters have two sides of their cards. They have their healthy side and their dazed and their kind of like damaged side. So what will happen is this turn, if they hadn't been activated already, I wouldn't be able to activate them because they're considered dazed for the rest of the turn. Starting next turn, they're going to use this side, which sometimes powers them up, sometimes powers them down. So we'll see what they do when they hit this side. I know Cap's defense becomes better because he starts counting blanks as successes, but we'll see what else happens. And Tony, while we're figuring that out, I'm gonna activate my next guy. Do you have anything else you're gonna do with Thor besides possibly pick up the hammer, if you can place it?
That was 2 of his actions, correct?
Yep.
I believe that is. I'm going to note one thing here. I haven't been using his ability. So at the start of each of my turns, one of my allied characters can spend a power to reduce a damage or get rid of some other things. At the beginning of his turn, can we say that the Enchantress does that to get rid of 1 power?
Okay.
Because it doesn't have to be the person who's activating.
And it's just anybody on the board for his team?
Anybody on the board, but each character can only do it once per round.
Okay.
So Enchantress is doing it once now.
Okay.
And no, that's all Thor is going to be doing.
Okay. So then I'm going to go over here to Mr. Stark and see what we could do with him. So, what I'm going to do is we'll start off with homing rockets. And what I'll do is with the homing rockets, it's going to be... it's 2 power.
Yes. Okay. So dazed figures drop the objective, and they're placed by the rival team within range 2.
Okay, so you'd be able to pick it up then. So
it's
you
dropped
put
over
the
here.
2, pick it
Thor
up.
spends 1 power and picks up the hammer.
Yep. So we've got either repulsor or homing rockets. From where we are, we're going to do homing rockets without moving. And I'm going to Friday AI it. It's the first superpower I'm using this turn. Now, Friday AI adds 2 dice to the attack roll.
Yep.
So it goes from 5 to
7.
7.
And are you paying the extra so I can...
I don't have the extra to pay because I'm down to 1.
So I get to roll my 5 defense.
You'll get to roll your 5. So 7 dice.
Ooh,
that's horrible. Only
that's
2
2.
hits. Oof.
Dice will dice in this game.
Yep.
That is 1 block, so I take 1 hit.
So 1 damage. All right, and then
You gonna hit me again?
I don't know. I might move up instead because she's already activated.
Make sure you can control that point.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just going to move up. I'm going to move straight that way, which
There
I
you
know
go.
is within my movement.
Yep. I can confirm.
All right, that's all that's happening there. So
I've got no one left.
no one left. So I immediately will go with Spider-Man then.
I would, if I wanted to, have a chance to play cards,
Okay.
but I'm not going to.
Not going to? So Spider-Man, why doesn't Spider-Man have any power? We generate 1 power at the beginning of each turn, right?
Yep. It also should be noted, if we do have a weird activation thing where you could potentially go twice in a row, I could, on 1 turn earlier, choose to pass and not activate anyone
Okay.
to even things out, if I wanted to. But I don't want to. Spider-Man's going to go and do Spidey things.
Spider-Man's going to go
Who's
do
holding a
Spidey
hammer.
things. He's holding a hammer, so he wants to get up there to do some hits.
And
Now,
I forgot that Amora was holding a hammer on all of her attacks.
We're not very good at remembering the hammer things at the moment. So Spider-Man is going to go. His movement will get him plenty close to her. So he's going to actually move up so that way he goes here, here to there. So he's within 2 of that.
That's fine.
And within range of her. And since he's got Wall Crawler, like we learned last turn, he doesn't have to worry about losing movement from moving off of the building. So now he's right next to her. That's one of his actions. His second action, he's going to do a strike. Just a normal strike, I think.
I found my daisies.
You found
There
them?
we go. So,
Do I want to do a normal strike? Yeah. I'm going to do a normal strike. And it's going to be cost no power. It's 5 dice. I am going to pay 2 power because it's physical, so that way you don't get the awesome energy defense dice.
okay.
Do I decide that before or after that roll?
Before.
Before, yes, then we're going to use it. Let me see, make sure there's nothing else. There's nothing else at the moment to use.
Two
So,
hits.
2 hits.
Okay, I have rolling 2 defense now,
All right.
and I take 2.
So 2 hits.
Puts me at 5 out of 6.
At 5 out of 6. Boo. And, oh, no. You know what we just got done talking about. You know what I forgot?
Hammer?
The damn hammer.
The damn hammer.
The hammer. All right. One of these days we'll
I'm
remember
going to
it.
take and I'm going to place the hammer right by their attacks.
I want to see would this have mattered. It would have mattered. It would have put her out.
But we've decided
We've
not to
decided
cheat.
not to do that.
We're not going to cheat.
Can I just take the cheat medallion and cheat?
Nope.
Nope.
All right,
Ah.
so quick summary. That is the end of the round. Everybody is gone. So Team Asgard is holding 3 hammers now.
So you'll go up to
Thor, Valkyrie, and Enchantress
Yep.
are all holding hammers. So I will get 3 points. 1, 2, 3.
I'm holding 1. Go up to 5.
And I am contesting no serums because Cap was so nice to throw Valkyrie out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
So I get no points from that, and you are contesting 2.
Yep.
Since they are staggered, or since they are dazed, they do not count for controlling.
They don't?
Nope.
Oh, because they're dazed. Yep.
So you get 2
I
more
control
points.
2, so I'm up again by 1. All right.
And with that, we're going to take a short break. We'll see you guys in a few minutes for round 3. This game is about to go a lot faster.
Hello, we're back. This is Jolly,
This is Tony.
and we're playing Marvel Crisis Protocol. So we are a third of the way through the game at the moment, but we kind of just got through the thick of it, correct?
Yeah, so this game will either last 6 rounds or until somebody reaches 16 points.
Okay. So the way we're looking at it, I'm thinking 16 points will probably happen first.
Things are going to start happening. So 2 of your characters were dazed last turn. That doesn't mean they're out of the game. So they now just flip to their other side.
Which is like a damage side.
And
but,
now if I can deplete their health again, they'll be KO'd and kicked out of the game.
okay, until next issue when they come back miraculously.
Exactly.
Okay. So what we have at the moment is I've got 7 victory points, and Tony, you have 6, correct? Because we got it
Yes.
right here on the board. So Tony is the Asguardians, I'm the Avengers. So we're almost to the halfway point, and we're just now starting turn 3.
Correct.
All right, so Tony, I had the last character it went, so you didn't have to pass priority, which means you are going first, right?
I'm going first. So I am debating a couple things. Amora the Enchantress is sitting on 1 health. She's got a lot of power, so I'm probably going to activate her to do something while I'm able to. The question is, what is that something?
Run away.
See,
If she
probably
only-
not.
if
You
she
got
only-
homing rockets,
She
you
only
got
has-
2 long
She
movers.
only has 1 damage left. The comic book accurate thing to do is for the villain to run away.
But you see, no. What's going to happen here is I'm going to play a card. So first, I'm sorry, this is the power phase.
Power phase!
Power phase.
We're in the power phase where we get power. So everybody gets 1. You all get 2 because you're Asgardians and you are filled with power. And then anybody that's contesting a serum, which they count as being next to a serum right now, or is it after? When do they?
Let's see. So
By
they
2
were
days,
flipped
people.
over during the cleanup phase. And so now during the power phase, so yes, you get an additional 1 for those.
Okay, so everybody on my team will also get an additional 1
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
because
6,
I have
7, 8.
everybody close to one of these.
Now, the
So-
maximum a character can have is 10, no matter what. So, Amora is quite literally sitting at full power right now.
Okay.
And needs to do things to get rid of all this power. Even though I'll keep it, I kind of want to have a big turn before I go out.
Okay. Yep. I don't have anybody even close to max power.
So, we're going to start the round, and we're going to play a card.
All right.
It's called Odin's Blessing.
Odin's
I'm sorry, not Odin's Blessing.
Did you already play Odin's Blessing?
I want to play Blind Obsession. So Amora is, how this works is, Amora is obsessed with somebody over there. I'm
Okay.
going to say that Amora is obsessed with Spider-Man. And so, whenever,
That seems about right.
whenever I attack Spider-Man, I add 2 dice to the attack rolls.
That's mean. Do that.
When you attack me, I add 2 to the defense roll.
Ooh.
However, if anyone else attacks me, I remove 2. Because
Oh.
I have a blind obsession
Your
towards
blind obsession
Spider-Man.
Towards Spider-Man.
And
This
then
is when Widow wins the day.
this is when Widow wins today, but I'm hoping to take somebody out with me here. So Widow is obsessed with Spider-Man until I'm KO'd.
Enchantress is obsessed with Spider-Man.
That is true.
Widow's going to use this as her ploy to
It was
get
the
in there.
last character that was named, and it went straight into my mind. No, Enchantress, obsessed with Spider-Man,
Okay.
as she is. All right, and we're going to go in, and I'm going to use the Enthrall attack. So it costs 3 more power.
Okay.
I've got a hammer, plus 1
Hammer.
die. I'm blind obsessed,
We remembered the hammer.
plus 2 dice, and then other than that, 7 more.
7 more.
So I'm going to be rolling 10
Poor
dice.
Spider-Man.
Things will be happening depending on the number of wilds I roll. But we're not going to go into that until after.
Okay. And what?
Center the dice cam.
We're got a request from the producer to recenter the dice cam.
I think that's it.
We good? Alrighty. So 10 dice.
10 dice. Fantastic.
Hammer and obsession.
Blanks, you got this.
Oh no, I see at least 2 crits.
2 crits.
So 2 crits,
2 more dice.
2 more dice.
I've got 2 wilds, which is great. Okay, so 1,
5
2, 3, 4, 5 hits.
All right.
And so it's after the attack is resolved, things are going to happen.
Okay, so 5
So
hits.
5 hits. I've got 2 wilds.
What's the What type of attack is it?
It is a mind attack.
It's a mind attack? That's the worst one. Boo! I can't spider sense a mind attack. Oh man, Spidey might end up. Oh, it's a 5, okay? So let's see here. Web lime, web pull, spider sense doesn't work. Yep. So 3 dice. Do I roll less? I roll 2 less dice.
You
right?
roll 2 less.
1 dice. This is terrible. And Spider-Man's
You're gonna take 5.
dazed.
He's straight up dazed.
Just straight up dazed.
Wonderful.
So, oof. So he drops the hammer.
He does drop the hammer, which I cannot control more than 2 hammers.
So, okay. So you can't pick it up.
But I do get to throw it range 2 somewhere, so I'm going to make it super awkward for you to go get it. We'll say. It's going to go way back there,
Okay.
because Widow already has a hammer.
No, she doesn't. I don't have any hammers at the moment.
Oh.
Because remember, you grabbed
No,
one
I
from...
prevented Widow from picking it up. If that be the case, I need to make it really awkward, so we'll throw it straight out this way.
All right.
There we go. I thought Widow had a hammer, and I was incorrect. All right, that was first action.
5 damage. Tony, I need more energy tokens. I need at least 1 more. Probably a lot more.
He took 5, so he
Took
gained 5.
Yeah.
There we go. And he is dazed. Put the daze on him. He
Yep.
doesn't get to go for the rest of the round.
Nope.
And now we're going to try and enthrall Tony Stark. Range 3, which, yes. I get to add 1 die for hammer, but none for the obsession.
Okay.
But I'm not penalized for the obsession for attacking, only on the defense, which I was going to die anyway, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 dice coming in hot.
All right.
That is 2 hits.
2 hits.
One of them being wild, which I was looking for wilds.
So, Tony, this is mind, right?
Yes.
So 3. And I do have Invincible Iron Man going, but it's only... Yeah, it works against everything. So 3 damage, but down to 2.
I thought it was 2 hits.
Was it 2 hits? 2 down to 1 then, because I have Invincible Iron Man.
Do you remember if I said 2 or 3? She does not remember.
2 hits, I believe you, Tony.
Okay.
I need another energy, though.
Sounds like something you should have written.
We got a lot of things floating in our head.
There we go. All right, so that happened to him.
And I had 1 wild on this. Iron Man is now slowed.
Okay. So he is slowed. All right. That it with her?
That is it with her. She was going down swinging,
All right.
which she did indeed.
So then, I am not too concerned with doing anything over there now.
You've got a battle over here to take care of.
I've got quite the battle over here to take care of. So what we're going to do over here is I'm going to start by activating Carol.
Okay.
And does anybody have... I know Valkyrie has damage, right? But nobody else does?
That is correct. Only Valkyrie has damage.
So Carol's going to start by spending 3 power for... Actually, you know what? She's going to start by spending 4... -1 for Cap, +1 for Loki for binary form.
Okay.
So she's going into binary form. What this does is, until the start of the character's next activation, it adds 2 dice to attack and defense rolls. And then I am going to... I'm going to use... I don't think you're within 2 anymore. You are still within 2. Well, after I hit you a little bit. So you are still within 2. I'm going to just use Strike. So, because that one will get me more energy. So it's 5 normally, +2 for binary form. So 7 dice
Against whom?
against Valkyrie.
Valkyrie. Yeah, you're putting her down.
You want to try to, hopefully. So that's 2 crits, so 2 more dice. That's 4 hits.
4 hits.
4 hits.
Physical or energy?
Physical, because it is a punch.
And at least one goes through, so I take 1 damage.
Yep. And she
Gain
is
1 power.
dazed.
And she is dazed.
All right. That's good news.
She kind of just sits there.
And then, what? How many hit points does Thor and Loki have?
6 for Thor, 5 for Loki.
6 for Thor, 5 for Loki. What's Loki's defense stuff? Shenanigans?
They are both equal for offense, physical, or energy.
His shenanigans. His shenanigans, not his.
Oh, his shenanigans. Loki, if you target me with an attack, I can spend power to move away.
What's his movement?
It would be a short if I do that.
A short. Rocket punch is a 3, so that would put you outside if I did that. Yeah, you could be outside of that if I did that.
Yep.
So, I guess we're going to go for...
You want to power up Thor?
I don't really want to power up Thor, no. That sounds terrible, too. All right, you know what? We're just going to do Energy Blast on Loki.
Okay.
Because that's range 4, so you're not going to be able to move outside of range 4.
No, I don't believe so. But, go ahead.
All right. So normally it's 4 dice, 2 more for binary form.
So when you're targeted, I'm going to still do Trickster.
Okay.
Because I'm going to use it for movement shenanigans.
Yep.
So I'm going to be making a short advance. And nothing else is going to happen. But I'm going to use that to kind of go right there.
Okay. And
I wasn't there. I'm really there.
So what I'll do, so it's 4 normally, 2 for binary form, and this is energy blast, so it's against the energy stat. So let's see what I get. 1 crit, 1 hit, another crit, so 3 hits.
All right, I have a defense of 3 energy. I might do I Am a God. No, I'm not going to, because I might want some power here. So, 1 crit. So I block 2, take 1.
1, yep.
So I will take 1 damage on Loki, God of Mischief.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 4, because normally it'd be 3, but Loki's there, so it's 1 more, and it's not my first power, to Danvers Special.
You've done 2 actions, haven't you?
Oh, is that an action right there?
Yep.
Oh, is that an action?
The 4 things are actions.
Then...
You should not have targeted Loki, should
Nope.
you?
Nope.
So Loki still stays over here and did not get power.
So yes, no power, no damage on Loki. So the 4 arrows are in action, right?
Yes.
Never mind then.
Those are...
Womp, womp, womp.
Throw it up there, Jade.
All right, that's my go.
It's your
I
go.
did some extra what if things.
Yep.
But yeah, your go, Tony.
Okay.
We know you're going to be over here, so we'll leave the camera right over here.
So Thor thinks it's time to do some things. We're gonna do it for Asgard.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a move followed by a strike. And I'm gonna go for what are their health totals?
We've got 6 and 5. Oh no, 6 and 6. Sorry,
6 and 6?
6 and 6.
So we're just gonna go for Captain America because he can bodyguard it anyways.
Okay.
So it's gonna be a move followed by a strike. So I'm gonna put myself, if I can, yeah, I think I can totally just go over there. Yep. Gonna put myself in contention
Okay.
right there. And Mr. America, I hate to inform you, I'm gonna strike you.
Okay.
6 dice, +1 for a hammer.
All right. When I'm targeted, I'm going to go ahead and say Vibranium Shield.
Okay.
So normally it'd be 2 down to 1, because first back up to 2 because of Loki. So 2 for Vibranium Shield, which will add 2 to my defense dice.
That is fair. That is 3 wilds, which I wanted wilds. So 3.
3. So and this is physical.
Yes.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blanks count as successes, because I've got now I can do this all day ability.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3.
So you block it all.
Yep. So block it all.
But before damage is dealt, I'm going to throw you away short.
Cool.
And we're just going to make you go way back there.
All right.
So now, are you out of Danvers' area?
Of 2 of her? Yeah, I think so. Definitely.
Okie dokie. So it is...
Just going to do a normal strike.
I am out of power because
Yeah.
I did no damage. Whamp, whamp.
Womp, womp, womp.
Let's see here. Yep, so it's just going to be a regular strike. So it's going to be 7 dice, physical, against Ms. Danvers.
With a normal strike?
6 normally. He's the strongest Avenger.
Oh, yeah.
He cost 5 threat to put on the team.
One, two, three.
3.
Against Danvers, and this is physical.
This is
So
physical,
3 normally, 2 for binary form.
because you stay in that till the end.
Yep.
Nope.
Nothing. Nothing at
And then
all.
I will gain 3 power. And that will be it
My go?
for Mr. Odinson.
All right. Well, we're going to go with Miss Danvers next, since Thor is gone. And I'm going to... Well, no, I already went with Miss Danvers. I got to put this on her. There we are. I've already got the medal, so...
Would
I
you
might as
like
well
to
keep
go
on
with
going
Mr. America?
I'm going to go with Mr. America. He might just do some shield throwing. So shield throw with Ricochet. Sounds pretty okay.
Pretty good. Ricochet off of Thor, hit Loki. Ricochet off of Loki, hit Thor.
I'm going to ricochet off of Thor and hit Loki.
Okay.
So this is 0 power,
Mm-hmm.
5 dice,
Yep.
within range 4.
Absolutely.
Nor's line of sight. Yep. So don't have to worry about that. Wilds will activate Ricochet. So
It will ricochet.
1, 2,
3
3.
hits.
3 hits and Ricochet goes off.
Okay, I'm 4 defense. Blocking 1, taking 2.
All right. Blocking 1, taking 2.
First damage on Thor.
And then Ricochet.
So, do you target Loki with another attack?
This attack must target another character within 3 of the original target. It may be any distance from this character.
Okay, so if I trickster out of there,
Still doesn't matter because it's any distance from this character.
but the target must be within 3 of that. You said.
How goes? But I just target it within 3 of the original character. And maybe any distance from this character.
So when you target, that's when trickster goes off. I move. If I'm no longer in range, then you can't do it, and the range of the target.
Is that what it says? Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
So that costs 3 to trickster out. Actually, you know, I want more power.
Okay.
Hit me.
I was almost like, that's fine, I guess, because then you'll be out of power. All right, so 5 against Loki.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got 1, 2,
3.
3. No extra wild dice effects on this one.
Crit. So I take 2.
2 damage.
2 damage, 2 power. Okay, second action for Mr. America.
Second action, we are going to do... Oh, and I gain 1 power off of that.
Mm-hmm.
Because that ability only gives 1 power. After this attack is resolved, gains 1. See, do I want to move up there? I think I want to move up there to my other action. I'm slowed. I should be slowed, right? No, I'm not
No,
slowed anymore.
because you dazed. When you
Yep.
flip, you removed all conditions.
So I am going to just move up like this as second action. All right,
Okay.
that's that.
So it's back to me. I have Loki,
Loki.
left, and you've got...
All 3 of those ones.
I don't see any reason in passing because Loki can't help out over there and you can't quite get over here, so I might as well finish things up over here.
Okay.
All right, Loki's turn.
Loki's got him some power.
Mind Stone, which could be fun. Yes, so I'm going to use his Infinity Gem. Costs 2 power. I'm going to choose an enemy character within 3 and advance it short. I can only do this once. So,
Advance Cap back.
you came up, and now I'm telling you, please go away.
Okay.
And the question is, do I want to attack? And she has how much health left?
3.
3? I could. I am a god. Illusions. I think that is an interesting thing. I think I will do that. Okay, so I'm going to spend 3 to play Illusions.
Okay.
It is going to be 6 dice. 7, because Loki has a hammer.
Does he?
He does not.
He does
He does
not.
not.
No, back to him!
You need to slap this on the field when we dazed Valkyrie.
Oh, okay. Oh, man. She dazed Valkyrie, right? Crap.
Because you could have dazed her Valkyrie and then picked it up.
I could have, but we'll just put it over here.
You sure that's where you want to put it? Because that might change my action with Loki.
Yeah, that's where I want to put it.
Okay. Loki's a medium mover. I don't think if he wanted to, he could get there. No.
No.
Okay. So we'll go for Illusions anyways. Which I see why you didn't put it on Captain. That's quite fair. And
2, crit.
1, 2, crit. 3,
So 4.
4.
4. What kind of damage is that?
Mind.
Mind. So I've got 3 defense. I could do energy absorption for this. No, I can't. It's only against energy. I saw the wild dice and thought that was the mind at the moment.
Oh, 2
So
crits.
Crit. Defense. All 3 saved.
Took 4 total.
Oh, so
You take
3
1.
saved. So 1. See, Tony, you're starting to remember stuff now.
Okay. Should have done other things. Oh well. That is it.
That's it?
That's Loki's.
All right. So during my, I'm going to, when can I use a card again?
Whenever the card says.
If it says active?
During a character's turn.
Okay, so I'm going to activate Iron Man, and I'm going to use Avengers Assemble. Any number of allied Avenger characters may spend 1 to play this card. So I'm going to have Widow, Iron Man, Cap, and Captain Marvel all spend an energy. And what it does is they may all advance short. So I'm going to advance them all short. We're going to bring Cap back up here. We're going to bring Danvers over here. It has to be during their activation
Yes.
that they do that. I thought so, but we'll do that. I'm going to move Pony over this way. And we'll move Black Widow back this way. Epoch, yep. All right, so I moved a bunch of people around using a card. And what I did is I shuffled several people over here that you saw, and I also shuffled several people over here. And I used Avengers Assemble, so that's been used. Yep. And now I activated Tony Stark, Iron Man.
He can interact and pick up that
He can
hammer.
interact. He's going to pick that up with his 1 energy that's left. So he's got a hammer.
Okay.
And Now he is going to do a repulsor blast against Enchantress. So that's 0 to do. 4 normally, 1 extra for hammer, because, you know, finally at this point in the game we're remembering that hammer.
Yeah.
And if I hit you, if I roll a wild dice, I'll be able to push you short away.
Okay.
So
No wilds.
one,
one crit.
crit. So 3 hits.
3 hits.
And it's already energy, so you'll get 5.
You didn't pay the 2.
It's energy anyway. You would get it.
No, I only.
Is it psychic?
Psychic.
I don't have 2 to
Okay.
pay.
2 wilds and a crit.
Yep,
Block it all.
that does it. All right, we're going to do it again. So repulsor blast. They don't have anything for Friday AI. Yep, same thing. So 5 dice because I've got that hammer. So 1
crit, 1 wild.
1 wild,
3.
So 3 total with a wild.
Same thing. No payment.
Yep. Well, I don't. Yep. Don't have anything to pay with.
1, 2,
So 1 damage.
and that's it.
All right. So is she?
She is now dazed.
She's now dazed. Okay. Cool. At least we got it.
So within 2.
Within 2 of her,
Her.
right there.
Drop it over by Widow.
Yep. And then you're out of characters, right?
Yes, but at the start of my turn,
You doing a card?
I'm going to do my Asgard ability, and Thor is going to spend a power to heal 1.
Okay. So he's spending the power to heal 1.
Yep.
Widow's next. Widow's going to spend an energy to pick up that hammer. And then she is going to she's got long, so she's going to
Go and contest that point.
just go to that point over there.
So were you hoping to daze Enchantress on the first one so Iron Man could move back to the point?
Not necessarily. I just wanted to set several people up to where I could
Yep.
do something at that point.
All right, that's the end of the round. So scoring, I am in possession of 1 hammer.
I'm in possession of. How are you only
2.
in possession of 1? Oh, because
Uh,
1's laying there. Okay, yep. I'm in possession of 2. So
1 for me, 2 for you.
scoreboard.
And you're going to score 2 points from securing,
So 2 for me, 1 for you.
and 2 more for you. Because you're
Because-
securing 2 points. You have more people in range.
Okay.
So you secure that one. And then 1 for Black
1,
Widows.
2, and you get 1 for the hammer.
Did you already give me the 1?
No, not yet.
Okay, yes, 1 for the hammer.
Okay, so now I'm up by 3.
Yep.
Okay.
Your lead is increasing.
All right. So I activate last, so you don't pass priority. We're going to turn 4.
I'm going to undaze my dazed.
So I'll get, and I'm doing the same with Spider-Man. He's undazed. What's that? Yep. So Tony is at 8. I am at 11. And the game will end if somebody gets 16, correct?
Correct.
So, and we're going on to turn 4.
Okay, so my activation first.
All right.
Once again. Danvers has 3 left,
Danvers has 2 left because you did 1 point of
2
damage. to her.
left. So move that daze. Valkyrie is feeling pretty good here. So we're going to do a charge action.
Okay.
I'm going to make a move followed by an attack.
So she's moving in.
Yep,
Here, we might want to remove our activation counters.
we might want to.
Bum, bum, bum. Cool. I think we're all good there.
We're going to move her. Let's see.
Towards the objective? Or towards the hammer?
We're going to move her towards the hammer.
Okay.
I'm going to put myself within 1 of the hammer.
Now, you can't interrupt the pickup, can you?
No, I can't.
Okay.
So these things are going one after the other. And then I'm going to do, spend 3,
Okay.
and I'm going to make a Dragon Fang attack.
Ooh, what's that do?
I will bleed you after this attack is resolved, which means you suffer 1 damage at the end
wait,
of your
you know what we
activation.
forgot? Put your power on people.
Oh my gosh,
Put your power on people, Tony.
we've forgotten
So
so
I had
much.
2 there. I have 1 there and 1 there. So Iron Man gets 1. Everybody else on my team gets 2. I need 3 more single power things, or 3 if you got another 3.
I have a 3. Now that people have stuff, I'm sorry. At the beginning of Valkyries, Loki is going to pay 1 to heal 1. Or should I do that with Thor? I should do that with Thor. Loki needs the power. Okay, anywho. Valkyrie is going to make a Dragon Fang attack.
Okay.
Attack
What's that look like?
is going to be 7 dice,
Okay.
physical.
Here's what I'm doing. I'm paying 2 on cap. Normally it'd be 2, down to 1, back up to 2 because of everything going on.
And now I target you.
And I'm bodyguarding it. And hold up. I'm also going to spend 3 for Vibranium Shield.
Okay.
So that way I'll have
Eaten
6
through your
dice.
power.
Yep, but might as well. I'll probably get more back. Maybe not.
1 crit,
1
1
crit,
hit.
1 hit.
And wild, which is exactly what I needed. So 3.
3. All right. So then blanks save because I can do this all day. So wild, blank. Yeah, so I save against the damage.
Okay, that's fine. And then after, so the target character, meaning Danvers, she was the target, gains a bleed.
Nope, because I believe it switches this.
This character becomes the target of the attack. So it's Captain America.
So there's a difference between being the target and the targeted character.
Really?
Yep.
Why is there a difference on that? That's weird.
Because specifically of bodyguard.
Okay.
So I still land the bleed
Okay.
on Captain Marvel. At the end of her activation, she gains a damage.
Okay.
So she has 2 left.
2 left.
Okay, that's fine. And then I got the crit wild, meaning I activate Flurry. I'm going to make a strike attack now,
Okay.
which I will strike.
And it doesn't have to hit. You just have to get it.
I just have to get it.
Oh
Yep.
man.
And now this is going to go at Ms. Danvers.
Okay.
Yep. And this is all part of 1 action still.
Jeez.
So it's 5 dice. Crit, hit, wild. That's
So
4 total.
4? And what is this?
Physical.
Physical. So I got 3, 4, 5. His binary form is still going because it's until the start of my next activation.
Okay.
So 4, you said?
Blocking 1.
1. So she's down.
Wonderful. Okay, so she gains a daze.
No, she's
Oh,
down.
she's
down.
completely out.
She's down.
She is off the board.
Off the board.
And I gained power equal to damage dealt, so I dealt you 2 damage. And now we're looking at spending 1, picking up a hammer. I am going to spend 3 more. I'm going to first spend 2 to play Warrior of Legend during the next attack. I may change 1 hit, may change 1 die to a hit for crits and wilds.
Okay.
So it's going to buff me, and then I'm going to do a Dragon Fang attack against Captain America.
How is Valkyrie only a threat level 3?
Yeah, she's pretty amazing. Yes. Okay, so we're going to go up 8 dice.
Yep.
And I got wilds here. For each wild, I can change 1 die to a hit. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits.
Okay, so I've got 4 dice. Oof. Those are the worst results I could get almost. So 2 saves. So he's dead.
All right.
Dead. Atomic mass. Valkyrie is a bunch of crap and should be higher power than 3
Rebalance.
because that is dumb.
And that is, believe it or not, Valkyrie's activation.
I can't believe your 3 costs just took out 2 4 threats.
I had enough power on her that I did all the crap.
But I had so much power on Captain Marvel, and she didn't do really anything when she
I know.
used all of her power.
Valkyrie, she's pretty cool.
I think that is the turning point of this game just became kind of unfun. But
We'll see.
even if
2 hammers, 2 points over there for me to contest. I've got a lot of space to make up.
Yeah, but ooh, I don't think there's anything I can make up to catch up at this point in the game. I just lost 2 people for one person, and I don't.
So you got to remember, this game isn't about people. This game is about points.
It is, but you're not that far behind. We'll see. Okay, let's go. Oh man, I guess we'll go with Spider-Man. Relocate. Thank you. All right. So there we are. I'm gonna go with. Now Spider-Man doesn't even have a hammer anymore, so we're gonna go with Tony Stark. Which, yeah, we'll go with Tony. So Tony's within 2. He's going to repulse her. So 4 normally. Another one for the hammer, and we're going to pay 2, so that way you can't use mind. And so it'll be 5 total.
2 hits.
Whew. My rolls aren't helping me out.
I block 1, take 1.
Block 1, take 1. That gives me 1 power. And I guess we'll do it again, because I don't have anything else to do. So 1, 2, 3 hits. And you can use your 5 because I don't have anything to turn it off this time. Because it's per an attack, right?
Mm-hmm. I block it all.
All right. That's Tony's go. Man, Asguardians are good.
Okay. We're going to go with Loki, actually. I'm
Okay.
I'm going to have you activate out over there. And let's see.
Yep.
Loki's going to just kind of move over here. And he's going to hold this spot for now.
Okay. So he's moving over there to hold that spot. I guess I'll go with, back over here, I'll go with Spider-Man. And Spider-Man's going to see if he can do some stuff.
Hi, Dad.
Oh, your dad's here.
I think he's been here watching off of Mom. I'm not sure. But hi, Dad. Hi, Mom. I don't know if anyone else is here. Hi.
All right.
How
We're
you
going to
doing?
go with Spider-Man. We're going to try 6 for taser webs,
Okay.
which is 6 damage. I'm going to pay 2, so you're using your MG stat for defense. And yeah, if it deals 1 or more damage, you're stunned. What's stun do again?
Stun means that if I gain power, I only gain 1, so I can't gain more than 1.
Okay. So let's see.
1 hit.
Man,
You paying?
I had already paid for it. Yeah, I had already paid for it
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Reroll this. Reroll it.
because I have to pay when I target, right?
Yes.
Yep.
There's the crit to block the 1.
Oh
Do I get the stun?
no. 'Cause
Okay.
I have to do damage.
Okay. Second attack.
Oh. Okay. I changed what I say. I don't think Valkyrie's overpowered. I think dice like this.
Dice are
the-
going to dice.
No, just custom dice like this. I just think are the biggest mistake ever for games.
Interesting.
I don't like them.
Okay.
Regardless of what the game is, and it's always been that way. No, I've
Ooh!
always felt this way about
For
these
those of you
games.
who don't hear Jade,
said it's because
she
you're
just
losing.
said, "Yeah, is it because you're losing?"
It is a little rough because when Tony built teams, he obviously gave himself the better team.
Yep, definitely cheated.
That's not cheating. That's just angle shooting. But no, I've never liked dice like this because it's a scheme because you have to buy their stuff instead of being able to use what you already have. It's the same way I feel about measuring devices.
Jolly's
like
not
this.
going to like when we play Legion next week.
No, that is one thing that's why up until recently I haven't bought Legion stuff. But it's atomic mass, so I understand it's the same thing because that's atomic mass's shtick is making sweet miniatures, a pretty fun game, and then crappy measuring system and dice that you have to buy.
I will say I don't necessarily like it, but I don't dislike it. I'm neutral on the
Okay.
subject. But second action with Spidey.
Second action with Spidey. Before he goes down in flames, we're going to strike because that's all I've got left. Because I spent 10 energy and did nothing on my 4-cost character.
Dice will be random.
I,
The only reason Valkyrie was able to do so much is because she got that flurry off. It would have been less deadly.
but she still had. She was still able to do 2
Well, so, yeah.
7 attacks, right?
It's a combination of dice being nice and her having all of the power. Asgard loves to soak up power.
All right, so here we are. 5 dice.
That's okay.
Still not awesome.
Okay, 2,
2.
1 crit. Okay, so,
So 1
that was
damage.
not on a shield. 1 damage. Okay.
So I've had 2 people go over here and barely be able to scratch her. You've got.
We're gonna go with-
either of them.
At the start of Thor's activation, Enchantress is going to use the team ability to heal 1. And then Thor is just going to...
Oh, relocate.
It's going to go right back soon, because he does that.
Okay. So he's just staying there to help out the contest that one.
He's going to make... Because Valkyrie doesn't hold the point. So I wouldn't have scored it if I didn't have Thor there.
Is she too far outside? Yeah, she is.
She was too,
it's
because she
a
had to
width.
pick up the hammer.
Yep. 'Cause she had
So,
to decide.
Thor
All right.
needs to stay.
Oh.
So you got to relocate.
Yep. I don't think it's worth moving Widow, so we're just going to try some pistol shots, I guess. I think is she within. I don't think she's within 2. She's definitely not within 2. So yeah, it's going to have to be pistol shots. So we're going to pistol shot, which will be 4. And I'm going to spend the 2 so you don't get your special. So you have to use physical defense. And
Okay.
let's see what we get. 2 hits. 3 hits.
Blocking 1, taking 2.
Taking 2. And we're going to do that again. Another pistol shot. So same thing. Come on, no whammies.
Did you pay for it?
For the pistol shot?
For
Oh,
the...
I'm going to. Yeah, I'll
Yep.
pay for it again. Because that's the only way. That's the only way to take her down. So how many damage is she up to?
3.
Only 3? Because Tony did nothing at all?
And then she healed on the last turn.
Oh, man. Woo.
2 hits.
Oh, man.
Not enough to kill her.
Nope.
Which reduced that to...
Nope. 0.
Because you did 2 hits? Yeah.
Yep.
And 2 blocks.
All right. Your go.
All right, it's the Enchantress's turn, and I'm about to teach you what it means to be the Enchantress and why she's so good in my opinion. So I'm going to make a move.
I like this. Tony's like, let me show you my next great character.
For 1 week and came back with foot slow.
She's going to move this way so that she is contesting this point and within 1 of Tony. Boop. That's 1 action, and her second action is going to be Amora's Kiss, costing me 3.
Okay.
Choose an enemy character within 1. Tony Stark.
All right, Tony.
Move 1 asset or civilian token to my character.
So is that a hammer?
Yep, I'm going to steal Tony's hammer with a kiss. And that will be her second action.
I've got nothing left.
Widow?
I've got nothing left.
All right, that's it. That's for the round. So, points. Why don't you go on the board?
Points. I think you just caught up a bunch.
So we'll start with hammers. I am holding 3 hammers.
Yep. So 3 hammers. 1, 2, 3.
You are holding 1
1.
hammer on the Widow.
1 hammer.
And points contested. I am securing 2 points.
So 1, 2.
You are securing 1 point.
1.
Because Amora is denying Spider-Man that.
Yep. Even though, yeah, because they're both on the injured side.
Yep.
Okay. So I go first.
Yes, you do. It goes back to you, sir, because I was the last to go.
The only thing I have is this side. So we're
Well,
going
let's
to
do
this
the
side.
power phase first.
I don't want you to get more power, Tony. All that does is KO my guys. So 2 for Widow, 2 for Spidey, 1 for Iron Man.
Okay.
All right. What to do over there? I am going to. She's got how many hit points left, Enchantress?
3.
3. I'm going to go with Tony,
Yep.
and I'm going to. I'm going to Friday AI for 1. And we'll start with a repulsor blast. So normally it'd be 4, so I'm going to go up to 6.
Friday AI.
I don't have anything to pay for the
Okay.
other part, so.
I'll use my 5.
1, 2, 3 hits.
All right, defense. Blocking 1, 2, taking 1.
So 1. So I gain 1 energy. And then I'm going to repulsor blast again, and this time I've got 2, so I'm going to pay it so you only use your energy defense.
Okay.
So
1 hit. Oh, no. And I block the 1.
Yep. Man. All right. So that's Iron Man's go.
Yep. I'm going to go with Amora because I know I'm going to be targeted down here. And I'm going to, let's see here. Going to spend 3. Target Spider-Man with an enthrall attack.
Okay.
7 plus 1 for the hammer, 8. And I'm looking for wilds.
All right.
Got some wilds there, or a wild there,
Yep.
and a crit. Okay, so 1,
5.
2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
And you will be slowed after this.
All right. So I get 3 dice against this. Nothing. So how much damage is that?
5.
He's done.
He's done.
He's done.
Ooh.
I think this game is done, Tony.
It would assume so. She has a second action. I honestly don't think that much should be happening here. I could attack Tony, but there's no point. He's done activating.
Yep.
So we're just gonna move and be on the far side, just within contesting.
All right. Well, Tony, I'm going to surrender because I have
Okay.
1 widow left over there, and she has to move off the point to attack Amira, which then leaves her not even on the point.
Yep.
So there's no way
This-
for me to come back from this point.
On this side alone, I'm scoring 4 points.
Yep.
Which puts me at 16. So the question is, would you be able to get 4 points to even tie that?
Nope.
Nope.
Not even close.
So that's the game.
All right.
I will chalk this up to the fact that this is a game that I have been playing for a while. Even though I took a break, it all came back to me. So you've only played, what, 1 game?
I've played 2 games, and then I stopped playing after both games because of similar experiences, to be honest. I really love the theme because I like Marvel Comics. I really love... I like it overall. There's just something about it. Every game I play is a blowout one way or the other. So you tell me, you play more games. How are games normally? Is the blowout thing something that happens often? Or is it just my experience with the games I've played?
Once you know really what you're doing and kind of how to position people here, it's not blowouts. This is kind of a game that it's got, if you get the learning curve, it goes a little bit like this instead of it's easy and then you get better. Once you, how do I phrase this? Once you climb the first mound of understanding the tactics, not just the mechanics, once you start getting those tactics, it clicks.
Okay.
And it becomes a lot less, I know what I'm doing, so you're going off the board. So that's how kind of that learning curve works with this.
Okay.
I enjoy this not as one of my tactical games, as one of those like I know the numbers and this is going to go. If I go up against a seasoned player, I get stomped.
Okay.
Every single time.
So you get stomped. So like there's several layers of stomping that I would experience if I played again.
Yeah. This has been out here for long enough that it really helps if you dive into this game with another person who's diving in.
Okay.
And also my play style is I go for theme. I'm not going to build the most tactical and like team that's fitting everyone in. I'm probably going to run people who are on the same team together.
Okay.
I'm less likely to mix and match as things go.
So then your yak rating.
My yak rating on this game is it's sitting at a 4 for me.
Okay.
It's an enjoyable short game. It's got those cinematic moments. And kind of talking here, there's been a few in this one.
There were a few. I mean, Valkyrie wrecking face over here was definitely cinematic.
Thor throwing his brother Loki in there to stun Captain Marvel on like the second turn. That helped things out. You also did some stuff like you had ricochets going off on Captain America. You had Spider-Man climbing over things and that stuff.
I like how Tony went to, you had Spider-Man climb something. Very cinematic.
I'm more apt to, yeah. What were some of the cinematic moments for you?
I think you had all the cinematic moments. And they were big cinematic, like,
Oh, I know
definitely
one.
game handling moments, but I didn't feel like I had any of those.
You kept your lead 2 rounds ago by playing the Avengers Assemble card. All of a sudden, because I had people positioned, I used Loki to move people, I had Iron Man have to go out there to do things, and you just played that card, and all of a sudden everybody just assembled and shifted in the correct places, and I had to scramble for the rest of that round.
Okay.
So, and even though at the end it was a blowout for me, you had me until that last round right there. So you were still going up.
So overall, I like the game. I'm still in shock that something like this happened, where Valkyrie took out 2 people that were more than double her cost in one activation. That's some shock. That's the same thing that's just happened a couple times to me. And
2-on-3.
I also had 2-on-3. So now I expected these people to go down, but not from his cheapest fighter on the board in one turn.
It didn't look great.
It was rough. I expected Thor to come in and kind of like clean up. Now, if Thor would have done that, I'd have been like, that makes
Thor's going to Thor.
Thor's going to
Now,
Thor.
if Valkyrie had flubbed, that was my plan, to send Thor in to just cast lightning everywhere.
Yeah, I expected to lose this side with how things were set up, but I thought it would take you more time to do it. And I didn't expect it to happen during that particular activation.
I think 2 things would have vastly helped you on this. I think if you had been able to focus down the Enchantress as soon as you could and get her off of the board, you would have had complete control of that side. And I think if you had repositioned Cap to be with the group so he could get his bodyguarding off more and getting in there and kind of disrupting things, that would have helped. So maybe if you had put Iron Man over here and Captain America over there, that might have helped.
Well, I feel like Iron Man. I feel like Cap over here of Danvers, because I was only having 2 on this side, so I figured that was good tactics, because then he would help her survive if she got targeted. She was out front, so that was the whole plan there, and it worked a couple times, but then I just got melted.
Yeah, this is also a game where you kind of forget like what the goal of the game is, because you see models on the table and you think, I want to just smash the models together. I want to play with this town and my things and have them go and attack people, when that's only like the surface level goal, and that's not how you win games. You table people on this game maybe 2 1-time out of 10s.
So
For the majority of the time.
1 time out of 10.
Well, you didn't get tabled.
Well, if we would have kept on playing, I might have been.
Enchantress would not have been able to take out both of those in the next round.
Okay, maybe not Iron Man.
So
Also,
this
I guess,
one was
yeah.
a points game, so
Okay.
this wasn't a table game.
Jolli, what's your yak rating?
I'm a little salty at
He's
the
got
moment.
some shock on him.
So I'm trying to be objective about it, but
Take a sip of your Diet Coke and then give a yak rating.
Non-sponsored.
okay. So there's my rating from my play experience and my rating from watching other people play the game and it looking fun. So that's my best way to explain it. Because I keep on coming back to this because I watch other people play it and it looks fun. But then I play it and
You know what this is kind of
it
like?
just ends up being,
This is kind of like Kill Team for me.
yeah, I guess it is kind of like that for you. So, like, my play experience one, which I'm going to play more of it because I've got a bunch of stuff for it. I haven't touched it in a while. I tend to touch it after I get over the stomping period. So in another 4 months, I'll touch it again to put more stuff together.
You heard it right here, folks. In 4 months, we'll play again.
A 2 out of 5 for my play experience. And this time, there was definitely a bunch of dice roll involved also. So I recognize that a bunch of it is dice rolls. And I am biased against special dice and special measuring devices, which Kill Team has special measuring devices, but they also equate everything to inches. So that's one reason why I'm kind of okay with that. I enjoy other people playing it, watching other people play it, and I come back around to it. It's more like a 3.5 out of 5. Like, I enjoy watching the game. I think the game looks sweet. I've enjoyed interacting with the community, the local community that plays this game. They increase my perception of this game by a whole point and a half. So
You see people out there having a good time.
they're having a good time, and it looks fun. The reports I read of the games, the playthroughs, the way people talk about it is really awesome. Because you are right, it's a cinematic game. I think I've just had a couple bad play experiences with it. And it's never my opponents. Last 2 times I played this, the opponents are great. It's just one of those things where it looks like it's like things are tight, and then the blowout happens. And it's just one of those things where everybody experiences it at some point. The blowout, when it just happens when you're not completely expecting it, just kind of leaves you feeling kind of meh.
Yeah, so we'll put this on our list because we're now starting a list of games to return to and reevaluate.
I definitely want to return to this game because, like I said, I've loved comics ever since I was a kid. I love Marvel comics. I like the feel of this game.
Yeah.
Let's return to it.
I will also note that all of the models we're playing on here are from the beginning of the game's life.
Which, by
everyone
the way,
except
let's
the-
show off some of your models, Tony. We didn't really get a good
thank
look
you.
at them.
All of Jolli's models came from the core box, which puts together a solid Avengers team. But since then, there have been 2 other Avengers Leaders characters released. There's been more Avengers released, and there have been a lot more factions. These are just the ones that I got painted, but I've got a lot more at home that I would love to paint, but you know, there's only so many hours in the day, so we went with what I had ready to go here.
So here we are. We have a close-up of your paint job of these miniatures, which, as always, Tony, they look spectacular.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, so I was going to ask you something, and I've completely forgotten what it was.
See? I flattered him so much he forgot what question he was going to ask.
Ah, well. But, okay, so what's on the docket for next week?
Next week we're playing Legion. So Tony, it's another Atomic Mass game, which I think they are spot on with theme. But we're going back to the thing I'm biased against.
They've got special dice and they've got special movement there.
Yep. So we'll see how that goes next week.
And you haven't actually played Legion, have you?
I have not actually played Legion yet,
Okay.
so I've got to learn it this next week. I've liked to look at it for a while, but I am also biased against unit-based games.
This is the first unit-based game that we will be playing. So instead of having one model with a stat card and all that, we're going to be having groups of models.
Yep.
And so that'll be an experience. We'll be playing a skirmish game. So it'll be, if you know Legion, it'll just be 500 points on a smaller map. I am not going to be building an optimal list. This has been the game that will be most familiar with. And
Okay.
I think we just treat next week like a learning game.
Yep. Well, that sounds good to me. But yeah, I've got Shadow Collective that I'm finishing putting together and painting this weekend. That I'm going to bring. I will say, I am super pumped for their new game Shatterpoint.
Which is what the internet is calling Crisis Protocol, but Star Wars characters.
Even
We'll
if
see.
I'm hoping it's not just a reskin of Crisis Protocol rules, because there's a couple things about this rule set that I don't want to see in a Star Wars game that I think works really well for this game. But we'll see. And I know since it's Atomic Mass, it's going to be special dice and special measures, probably. But I'm so pumped to have a skirmish Star Wars game again that I'm pretty much already all in. Because I loved the D20 collectible game. Even though I hated the collectible aspect of it, I thought it was a fun little skirmish game. So next week, that's what we're playing, Star Wars Legion.
Yep. Before we go off, you talked about it briefly. Let's do some hobby updating.
Hobby updating. So the things that I'm currently working on is this weekend is pretty much entirely devoted to painting the Shadow Collective list I'm going to be playing next Wednesday. Because at this point, painting them is going to be something completely new for me. Because I've not painted models like those before. I haven't painted any of my Marvel Crisis Protocol models. So it's going to be testing out with the ones that I don't like as much, which will be the Black Sun operatives.
Okay.
Because I don't like those models as much. And then ending with Maul. Because
wanna do the best
Maul and
job on
Cad Bane
Maul.
are my favorite ones. So we're going to see how they turn out.
Okay.
So I'm a little hesitant on it because I don't know if I've ever said this on stream. I dislike painting because I feel like it's a really big chance for me to ruin an otherwise good-looking model. So that's why I'm really hesitant about painting a lot. But that's what I've got on the docket this weekend. And then I'm also going to be... I'm constantly working on Warcry stuff at the moment because I am starting to get the hang of painting GW stuff, which makes me actually look forward to painting some stuff every now and then.
That's good.
So I'm getting used to just how those models are laid out and how to paint them. It might sound weird to somebody who doesn't paint often, or maybe somebody that paints all the time. Maybe you just have so much experience that it sounds weird to say different types of models from different companies paint differently.
You are absolutely correct with that.
So finally starting to get used to GW painting.
Good.
So I actually look forward to painting those. I've been painting a little bit on them every now and then throughout the weeks.
Good.
Tony, how about you?
Yeah, so currently I am starting to crack away at my A Song of Ice and Fire army.
Okay.
Getting that up to my personal standards for when we play that in the new year sometime. Last week we showed off my Frozen Shore Bear Riders. And this week I painted up two
that's
of
right.
my...
You got a couple more things this week.
Yes, we're going to move these people off of here. I painted up two what are called non-combat units. Think of them as like the politics behind the camera units. So I took some time and I painted up these two characters, which if you watch the shows or are familiar with the books, we have Lady Val and Craster, and they belong to the Free Folk Army, so everyone north of the Wall.
Yep.
And this was my first time doing basing more than just slapping some mud down on there. So I actually removed him from the base, cut up some popsicle sticks, and made it look like a floor.
Now I want to point out one thing here that's tough to tell. This right here that looks like glare, that's not glare. That's part of Tony's paint job. So he painted that on to look like it has that, which I really like. I think it looks good on that. Shows that he has more of a gut sitting down and everything.
Yep, exactly. So that's honestly, besides maybe starting on those Warcry, my goal is to get my whatever we play with, throw together that army and get it all painted, so we can have that on stream and our absent producer Sean won't be mad at us for having unpainted models.
I still have to paint everything I have. And I have two games of Song of Fire and Ice, Song of Ice and Fire. I always get that mixed around. I have two Song of Fire and Ice armies, not huge ones, but I got two of them. Haven't painted any of them. So I've got a bunch of that to do.
And you have yet to play them, right?
I've yet to play them. I like to watch people play games and
I think you're going
hear
to
of the
like
communities.
this.
I think I'm going to like this one too. This
Doesn't
one
have special dice.
doesn't have special dice.
Doesn't have special rulers.
I like the fact I was hesitant on it for a while because it's based off of something that I considered kind of trendy. The Game of Thrones, which after it disappeared, I was like, is this game going to disappear? But now there's House of Dragon, which is going to keep it alive for longer, if nothing, even if it's not directly related to House of Dragon, just the hype. And it's still holding strong, even after Game of Thrones is over. So at that point, I was like, okay, I'm going to buy into it because it looks fun. It is a unit-based game, but I feel like it's more controlled than other unit-based games.
So you treat them less like units. We'll talk about this all later when it's come closer to it.
All right. So
That's it. That's all I got.
All right, I'm Jolly,
I'm Tony.
and until next time, we'll see you on Table Ready.